Hi, in this video I would like to discuss fraction division. What does it mean to divide a fraction by a non-zero fraction? Let's begin with some examples that you're already familiar with. Let's look at this one, 10 divided by 2, and notice 10 is a multiple of 2. We know 10 divided by 2 is 5, and we also know we can write this division statement as a multiplicative statement. Either 10 equals 2 times 5 or 10 equals 5 times 2, because 2 times 5 is indeed same as 5 times 2. That is the commutative law of multiplication. And such a picture where you draw a rectangle with side lengths 5 and 2, and its area is 2 times 5 or 5 times 2. That convinces you, this picture convinces you of the commutative law. So 10 equal, when we write 10 equals 2 times 5, remember we are using the partitive interpretation of division, and 10 equals 5 times 2 refers to the measurement interpretation of division. So 10 equals 2 times 5, if you want to think of it in the context of a real world problem, you can say we have 10 apples. We would like to place them into 2 baskets equally. How many apples should we put into each basket? The answer is 5. 2 copies of 5 equals 10. Or we could view this division statement as a measurement interpretation as follows. We have 10 apples. We would like to measure out 2 apples and give them to individual people. How many people could we distribute the apples among? So 10 divided by 2 is 5, because you start giving out 2 and 2 and 2. How many copies of those 2? 5 copies of 2 is 10. So you could give out to 5 people 2 apples each, and then you'd be done with distributing your 10 apples equally. So the conclusion of this is 10 divided by 2 equals 5 can be thought of as 2 different multiplicative statements, but for our purposes, let's focus on this. 10 divided by 2 equals 5 conveys the same information as 10 equals 5 times 2. And in a similar manner, without going into the details, I want to remind you that 8 divided by 3 we said is 8 over 3, and we can do the same argument here. And the one I want you to focus on is the following. 8 divided by 3 equals 8 over 3 conveys the same information as this multiplicative statement. 8 equals 8 over 3 times 3. We're going to use these examples as a motivation for how to define a fraction by a non-zero fraction. Let's look at that now. So here I have, let A, B, C be fractions. So we have 3 fractions, and B is not equal to 0. Then by definition, A divided by the non-zero fraction B equals another fraction if this equation holds true. If we find that A equals C times B, if that equation holds true, then we say A divided by B must be C. And here's a picture to go with it. When we are given A and B, that means what we're given is we're looking at a rectangle whose area is A and side length is B. And C then represents the side length of this side. So that's what this picture helps you get a handle on the definition. So focus on this definition, because this is what we'll be using to make some very simple computations to begin with in the next series, in the series of videos.